It's day 8. It's July 3rd. It's the U.S. Crop Tour. We're here with Mark, our local farmer in North Dakota. We're about a mile north of the South Dakota border on 101 Street near Venturia. And this is a sunflower field, Mark, that you grow typically.
Yep.
And
we have in our rotation sunflowers. So.
And when did you get that planted?
These here were planted May 30th, I believe.
May 30th.
June 1, May 30th. About 3 days we got all our sunflowers seeded. So
now the South Dakota typically gets about in this area probably 20 inches of rain a year. The northern part probably closer to 13. And you mentioned earlier that you've probably got that 13 inches in the last couple of months.
Yeah, between 11 to 13, just variable on geography, but we've definitely had through the month of May at least 10 inches, and we've had 3 to 4 since then in June. So we started the year dry. We took in a lot of the moisture, and then after about 7 or 8 inches, we saw it begin to accumulate. Now
I've noticed a little bit of a hazing in the skyline, and is that from the fires in Western Canada?
Yep. That's the sun is not that bright. It's a lot of haze, and it's created a lot of low ground humidity and haze. It's weird weather
and cooler temps,
and brings the temp down.
Yeah.
But
well, and you don't think that moisture is okay for the sunflowers?
Yeah. I mean, as long as we drain well here, so as long as they're not in ponded water, sunflowers just take it all in stride.
Right. Well, thank you.
Yep.
We're here with Mark again. We just traveled further west on 101. And we're here in his cornfield, and North Dakota has a lot of rocks. You can see the piles of rocks in the background there. Mark, when was this cornfield planted?
This would have been planted May 2nd or 3rd.
Okay, so probably on average at
the right time.
Right time. And it's about knee-high, and in North Dakota you typically don't see corn much higher than knee-high by July 4th, unlike some of the corn we've seen in some of the other Midwest states. But this was hit with a lot of moisture as well, right? Yeah,
this has had the same amount of moisture, and actually on May 7th had 8 inches of snow, and it did slow it down and took some toll on it. Cool weather and that cool water definitely in some fields, flat-lying fields, reduced stands, and
there's some variability.
Yeah, so there was sulfur deficiency in this field, and just applied some AMS.
There's been a lot of moisture in the Midwest. There's a lot of wet feet for both beans and corn. Look, are these have wet feet? Or does it drain?
This drains.
This drains, okay.
To say that this is has wet feet, it just got another 1.5 inches in the last couple days. But drained off, it's just nutrients. Keep retaining and getting the roots to get to nutrients. If they're not searching for water, they're not searching for nutrients, and that's been our...
And I think at this stage, what you're probably looking for is heat.
Yeah, absolutely. Heat, sunshine and heat. That's what's going to bring this.
And if you were to estimate average crop as good as last year,
this is average corn. This is average corn.
Right.
I wouldn't call this exceptional, just because of some variabilities in the field.
Right. Thank you.
Yep.